So, Group B continues with the winner bracket final. Life and Infi, both with clean sheets so far. 2-0 of Life versus Fly, a demolition on LR. Infi defeating Colorful 2-0 with kind of a close-ish game on Echo. And a complete destruction on Amazonia. So, we'll see if Life is a bigger threat to Infi or if the favorite prevails. It's two rogue warriors colliding, two generations of Warcraft colliding as well. Infi, kind of the third generation, I'd say, starting to be big in 2008 to 9-ish. Life, though, only recently, like 2 years ago, started his claim to fame. Took a year absent as well. He's the youngest pro player in the scene, even younger than 120. And if he's in tip-top shape, if he is concentrating 100% on Warcraft, for the future, a big prospect for World Championships, if he takes things seriously, which is not always the case for Life. Infi again playing human. This is not normal. It's you can't be 100% sure that Infi is playing human. He could fool around with Orc and Undead and stuff like that. But yeah, he's pretty great in that matchup, as we saw in the WGL qualifiers. But recently, like in the past 2 encounters, it was Life winning, but that is so long. It's more than a year ago. They haven't met in a year, which is kind of rare in the Warcraft scene, as we have so many high-stake games all the time. Last Refuge to start things again with Amazonia and Echo Isles. No love for NICHTS and TM today. But okay. No. Oh, not too many undeads. We've seen one undead map today, but that's about it. All those maps should be keeper maps. So that's most likely why Infi is vetoing Terranas, for example. As there is a Warden possible. Seems like he feels confident against the fast expansion possibilities of Night Elves these days, as he had a very good hold on Echo Isles against Colorful. So, of course, as always, when a match starts, what's gonna be the first hero for Infi? The normal thing would be the Archmage. Possible is a Blood Mage and a Mountain King. LR for a while was kind of Mountain King town, but things have changed. Archmage is the norm. For Life, it should be Keeper. Yeah. There is a small chance for a Demon Hunter all the time if you expect your opponent to go Mountain King, but not the case here. Standard stuff, Archmage and Keeper. And this time, as expected, he's not going for the Merchant, as it's just way too greedy and risky, since humans scout way more than orcs. Fly didn't punish this, but Infi certainly would. Last encounter was in April 2018, March qualifier for the tournament that was then called GCS. Life defeated him 3-2 there, and a month before, or 2 weeks before, the Doyu Super League, also a win for Life. In the group stage, it was also Group B, by the way, so maybe history repeated. Infi draws out the creeps for an easy Merc Camp access, indicating the same strategy that he used against Colorful on Echo Isles with Merc Camp. Oh, big! Steal by Life, getting the Shadow Priest here. No Dispel against Entangle. This Keeper will be so oppressive. And yeah, no healing for Infi at the moment. And the Archmage is already down to 50%. Something went horribly wrong here. So much time for the Keeper now, as he's getting his Entangle. Last hit, Row with the Magi. That's nice, good damage. Didn't even creep the green spot, just rushing for this mercenary camp. But okay, this Murloc camp usually a little tricky as there is so much poison. So for humans, for example, or for Ghoul playing undeads, it's a pain, but not if you creep with treants, as they will expire anyway. So Infi retreating, going for green, not for the expansion. Life, of course, setting this up. There's no way to play without an expansion these days, I think. Not the double damage drops, as he got a little more tanky with this, which is nice against an upcoming alchemist. Life has played solo hero against orc, but I guess against human there must be an alchemist. I really like the heal spray against human. Like, of course, I'm the biggest fan of acid bomb you've ever seen. But against this AoE, off clap, frag shards, and maybe even blizzard later, it should absolutely be heal spray. Should be the prio there. Ooh, close of attack now, so we have, or we end up on 12 damage. Life expanding, Keeper continuing for his level 3. It's again a very easy level 3 for Life. But that's due to the fact that Infi is focusing on his expansion. Both heroes level 3. Quick progress. Lots of PvE. Lots of focus on the economy. Oh, but Infi with low resources. This power build is kind of busted already. This delays everything. Life sees, okay, there's an arcane tower, but just one, and there's an opening. Let's go then. And he is so low on lumber already, and now he's killing even more peasants. Quick response by Life. But for Infi as well, saving most of them here. Infi finally with a Shadow Priest. So he is able to go out of Entangles. The Archmage is far away. Heavy macro required by Infi now, as Life is pushing towards his expansion, but he wants to punish the Night Elf expansion as well. And with level 2 Water Elementals and the absence of priests, as they are all in the upper left, that's absolutely doable. It's gonna be close though. He is losing stuff in the north, but that is so worth it. His own expansion is coming through most... Oh, actually... Yeah, it's coming through. Town portal home now. Great response, and that's just another sign of the game sense of Infi. That he scouted the expansion, realized, okay, I'm doing quite some damage over there with that footman already, and Life is on the other side of the map. He's usually really greedy with his town portal, so let's go for the counterattack. I do have the damage, and now he has to staff out and heal everything back up. Rough early for Life now. Was super nice with the Shadow Priest. But Infi again, how... It doesn't matter what his opponent does, right? It really doesn't matter for him. He's focusing on his game. Or taps out super quickly, of course, but... He's not interested in opponent's item drops. He's just focusing on his game. If things go well, nice. If his opponent is giving him an opening, let's go. Archmage about to be surrounded though. Oiled up as it seems. Oh! Had this choke blocked again, but Life fucks up the surround there. And the Archmage can just run away. In the end, quite easy. It should be a delayed tier 2 for Life as well, right? Not too much, because he's not going Huntress or weird transitions, but he has to go for this expansion again, and yeah. The biggest love story since Twilight, Infi and Footman attacks into bases or expansions. This must be pure love. And I guess one of the reasons why he abandoned Human for quite some time, as defense was so heavily nerfed. And his playstyle just requires these distractions. And for the millionth time, it's working out nicely. He is losing quite some of them, but they are disposable units anyway. If he gets a berserker or a unit that is useful in the mid game for it, it's okay. You shouldn't feed the keeper too high. Alchemist now in. And yeah, those were quite some losses. Thank you, King Kiko, for the sub. Ah, Neo, you know the rules. Never watch the chat on a solo cast. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Also, thanks to Madfrog for the host. Glad you're still streaming whenever the time fits. If you want to follow Madfrog, it's MadQFrog here on Twitch. And on Twitter as well. My favorite player of all time still. Always will be. Isn't it crazy how he knows everything? How he knows every timing and executes this timing just so sweetly. Life is not going tier 2. Life's getting... not going expansion. Life is getting his tier 2 buildings kicked, at least the one. That means later dispel. That means longer, stronger water elementals. I don't want to take anything away from the level 4.5 keeper, which is absolutely a threat. And also the alchemist against footman is really nice to have, but a night elf should punish humans early. We saw this at Infi versus Colorful. Late game night elf. What's it doing? Bears get killed. Mountain giants even get killed. Human tier 3 is just so powerful. Trying to break the expo again. And it's working again. He might be forced into a TP. Might lose 2 footmen. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. He only has 1 footman now. So that was maybe the last time he could do this. But he got the rifle hood up. He gets the sanctum. He gets rifleman. He gets the mountain king. He just needs some time for this transition. And he has the time for this transition because life is on 2 heroes and 1 dryad as well. These distraction plays are flawless. He does have a staff now even to get out of things. Needs to wait until he's entangled and then step out. Otherwise it's gonna be disabled. Don't tell me he's finding the kill again. For the 3rd time. There is a little bit of a fight in the upper right. Oh, was that the Mountain King winning the fight against the Keeper? Alright. And yeah, he is killing this. And a Dryad! Reaction a little late. And he's not going to the base. The Observer was confused as well. Staffing into the main. Oh my god, this is so stressful for life. He has to put out fires everywhere. But he only has 1 bucket of water. Even kills the Wisp now, so the next expansion is not possible right away. This is human tier 1 and 2 played to perfection. This is something that Moon never allowed in the W League games. Because Infi... What were his tools? An Archmage and Footman. Not the massive damage. No healing, no dispel. No siege units. Just the very, very, very basic stuff. Okay, the rifles now. Can they do something? In a straight up fight against mortars? Oh, he's not even dancing with them, not dodging the shots. GG. Holy shit, Infi! So sick. Yeah. Observer. Waiting for the fancy graphics. Okay. A little bit of an issue for the production. Infi one step away from the final. And if he continues to play like this, well, how to stop this man? I thought maybe he's going on the decline again after W League, because it's always a little pendulum between TH and Infi. If Infi is strong, TH is weak. If TH is strong, Infi is weak. But this is the year of the brothers so far. At least the first 5.5 months. What went wrong? No control over the Archmage. I mean, the damage of Infi was really, really, really good. There's no denying that. Plus 12 and having the Robe of the Magi for more intelligence as well. That's fucking great. Life will play 1-0, by the way, in the WCG qualifiers. In China, I think like around 800 people signed up for that, which is absolutely nuts. And I have no idea who did it and how they did it, but it's all covered on Liquipedia. That's so sick. Not all the prelims, but all the groups are up now. Whoever did that, you're a freaking madman. We're gonna start our coverage of that a little later in the year, I think. So, do you want to play Echo Isles against Infi? Not really. Next map will be Amazonia. But Infi has kind of shown that he can also play rifle strats. Even though he's still leaning heavily towards expansions. It is Echo Isles? What the fuck? Why would you pick Echo Isles against Infi if you have Amazonia to choose? Maybe Warden play? No. He's creeping green, so maybe he expects a Mountain King and goes Demon Hunter and feels very comfortable with that. I think that's the explanation that makes the most sense. Colorful did a lot of damage to him early, and then maybe did the wrong decision to go for Mountain Giants. It's a Mountain King. That was to be expected. Keeper. Okay, then I don't understand it. Then I got no idea. He didn't see the game of Colorful versus Infi because he was playing against Fly at the same time. Thank you, Kendrick. 7 months in a row, just in time for Infi on steroids. Let's go. Too bad you couldn't make it to Krefeld, man. That was the best event ever. Close-up attack this time on life side also helps. Against peasants and footmen, of course. And Infi not varying the builds. He's playing very predictable. Best friends with the Merc camp. But how to punish this? I mean, you can run over quicker. You don't need to send in wisps, really. Because there's no water elementals or anything. So boots would be great. Pendant would be great. Thank you, Yuria777 for the 21-month resub. And Sean Wright with 100 bits. I just joined you to talk about Sock versus TH yet when you were at work yesterday. Well, I didn't see the games, but yeah, I talked about that when Sock was playing earlier in Group A. But I didn't see the games yet. But freaking Sock, man. The B-boy is on fire. Expo without the Merc camp. Oh, it's a pendant! Jesus! We gotta admit, Infi is not unlucky today with his items. Yeah, 2 more storm balls, way more control. But we have a staff on the keeper, so we will be aggressive. Here we go. Surround. Thank God he has a staff. Not sure if he has clap or bash, but gets out. So okay, that was a little bit of damage. And a little bit of a delay, but nothing really serious. 1 worker will delay the production a little, but Infi can live with that as he has level 3. Keeper has not. No tech yet, no blacksmith yet. This is normal until the expo is established. And he has double Shadow Priest now. Like, even if the Mountain King isn't here, he will have clap, by the way, because that's just so good against Treants. Saves the Shadow Priest in the back. Right clicks with the Footman. I really love Infi's play today. Thank you, Noel's Balls, for the sweet tweet. Best morning show is back to Warcraft. Oh. Another kill here, but now it's getting kind of low on mana. So once this expo is up and the tower is up, the arcane, he will most likely go for a shop and then clarity. That one was cancelled right there. Engine of War creeping the north soon? Okay. This time it won't be a cancel. Mountain King is not strong enough. Or not doing too much damage in time. And repair is for free, so whatever. Tier 2 is done. Time for an alchemist. to stop this footman force from killing his expansion once again, as we've seen on LR. But it's once again not a dominating keeper. He's still level 2. So it's Dryads now. This mass Huntress play seems to be over thanks to Clap and Rifles early and the Mortar Team build. Kind of inspired by Florentine Will, of course. My student at Rocket Beans. Life is just not getting kills. Takes forever for him to creep the north as he was waiting for the Alchemist to be ready. And now he has boots and he can chase, and there's the Stormbolt, but he doesn't want to. No surround follow-up. Oh, no repair! Ouch! That's just, I guess, lazy. It's absolutely not necessary to lose it there. He got the big consumable. Big healing against Mountain King is nice. But that's about it. And Infi is almost 100% safe by now. Base is sealed, Rifleman coming. And he has still his guerrilla footman force to work with. And Life should be worried at least a little for surrounds. Hello, Clap. That was an interesting clap. Didn't do too much, actually. Trying to steal some creeps, which kind of worked. But for me, a little waste of mana. And that's the poison damage I was talking about. Like, if you have a lot of units, these Murlocs hurt you. Level 2, Stormbolt right away, followed up by a clap. Man, this poor Alchemist. Is he dead? Has to go Chemical Rage. Wow. Oh, that's bad. And he finds himself in a surround nevertheless. Ah, staff out. Okay. Didn't know he had a staff. So the Dryads actually get some decent damage out here. First Shadow Priest dead. The volleys are coming in handy. Second one dead. Problem is there's still a lot of footmen. And the Mountain King is rising in levels. No spell to work with at the moment. But it's fine. There was all time. Time that Life couldn't use to pressure his Expo or his main. And more experience for the MK. Guess it's gonna be an Archmage second then? Could be a Blood Mage even, but no. With casters, Archmage always the better choice. And Life is a little smarter than Colorful, I think, and goes Bears with a tier 3 tag. I think Bears is now starting to be the more successful meta. Even if you're in trouble once there's a high level clap, and especially slow. You don't even need slow that much, but if there's damage to wreck them. Be right back. Whoops. Life is getting a little bit of a revenge for the stolen experience. But he's still not close to 5-3. And you can, like, every second Infi gets stronger. He always does something that improves his position. For Life, I mean, yeah, he's tech king, but that's about it. He's containing Infi in his own base, but he's still creeping. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to force the Mountain King to run around and be ineffective. But it's just not happening with Infi. Tier 3 is done. Master Training coming. 1,200 gold for Infi. And he's spending it soon. Upgrades to stay in upkeep. To gain a little more gold. Especially with an expansion. Upkeep costs you twice as much. As you have twice the worker count. But is it too late? Is he too greedy? Life has 70 supply already. Don't know about items here though. He actually takes the time to creep the turtle and then goes into upkeep. Okay, he started production now from 3 buildings, so he can follow up to 70 supply in no time. Pendant of energy here as well. These levels start to be scary as well. It's 5-1 and 4-3. So I would give the edge to the Mountain King, I guess. As long as the Keeper is not 5. Is he 5? I don't think so. He gave a lot of solo experience to the Alp. Ring actually not too bad. So push is coming. The question will be answered. Was Infi too late? A lot of that 69 supply is still in production. Nature's Blessing now, more bears. Easy to pick ups. Keep it just got level 4. The Dryads of course not affected by Clap. The bears are. We have 1 level of Blizzard. Is that enough? Oh, he's not even hitting them. A little bit of a missed position, but now of course on the retreat he gets them. He basically has only his heroes to work with, right? The rest is stuck in the north. And he forces the town ball. So smart by Infi, realizing the Keeper is weak. He has 1 more Stormbolt, this is a guaranteed TP, and he gets the Dryad on the way out. That could have been a lot worse for Infi. Heroes and army were not united. Good timing by Life, but again, Infi has the solution. How can you threaten this man if he always knows what to do? If your name is not Moon, who seems to have an answer. So, the table has turned. All of a sudden, Infi has the better army. Invo Potion. Good damage. Not too sure what the upgrades are, but I assume 2-0 since he was at 50 supply so long. Wait, is he pushing into the main? Is it a base race? Siege Bears versus Mortars? Oh yeah, baby, let's go! No, Life is retreating. Life wants this fight. Don't want to lose his tier 3, as then he would lose bears. Or the ability to produce bears. Dryads are dancing nicely. They might be able to reach the mortars even. Looks like it. The bears are suffering from the cold. Mountain King is kind of low. Oh, this Clap and Blizzard combo. Ah, so sweet. But the mortars are, I think, reduced to 2? That was a good jump from those Dryads. The bear's HP can be dealt with. But Infi didn't lose too much, that's the problem. Dryads at this point kind of become disposable units, which is a double-edged sword since you need to get something to attack the back. But they also give so much experience. Sometimes I wonder, wouldn't it be better to go fairy dragons? But I guess there's so many solutions to it. With rifles that you already have. With flying machines that are coming up. Now, is he expecting chimeras? I don't think he has the time to go chimeras. But there must be a solution to mortar teams. Acid Bomb alone doesn't do the trick. But yeah, fairies would just be picked apart if you're not positioning perfectly. Archmage has a TP, and since he's squishy, he gets the town portal as well. Level 3 will be a big damage increase. Life wants to force game 3. This is way better than what Colorful played in the late. Oh my god! He has the gold for a second pendant. 300 extra mana. Alright. Have fun. It's gonna be a fan of hammers. What's it called? Or like a fest of clap. Does the word bouncy castle seriously exist in English? Yeah, the Mountain King will feel like on a bouncy castle. Just clapping all the time, jumping up and down. But Life is playing this very passively. Gearing up. Even leaves the item on the ground, duels. But this should be more upgrades, more items for Infi. Maybe even in time for tier 3. Haven't seen the base in a while. But since there's no paladin, I doubt it. Nice to see a sorceress as well. Always love them against bears. Double slow with clap and slow then. What an uncreative name for a spell, right? Slow. Invisibility, heal. They just named after what they do. And then there's fragmentation shards and searing blades. Mountain Giant transition now, a little bit out of position with that keeper. Wow, TP. I thought he would staff him, but I mean then he's in the main. And then the expansion is kind of exposed, and with slow and clap, he would get most of the army. So the TP was well invested. But yeah, again, a hero out of position is kind of the theme of the day. Infi is getting ready for 100 supply. He's at tier 3, getting... Oh my god, so many upgrades. This is Inner Fire, Frag Shards, and 3-0 now. Which he kind of needs against Mountain Giants. There's a fight coming. 7 supply still in production for Life. Who is in high upkeep. Oh, that clap. He found the perfect spot for it. Archmage out of position though. Will be nuked if he's blocked. Can he get out? Nice. The bears just touch noses once the Archmage wanted to go through. He's in serious trouble, but the Alchemist is falling as well. Mountain King about to die as well. Archmage is kind of safe. A kingdom for a Paladin right now. Can he get more nuke out? Oh, the clap! That was a triple kill on the way out. That could have been way worse. Way worse for Infi. GG! No chance! Infi again. You can't pressure this man. You can't force him to do mistakes if your name is not Moon. He plays his game with his build, with his favorite hero. And then he just plays it from there. It's like jumping into a slide. It's always fun, but you can't stop. Impressive performance by Infi. Super solid, super impressed with Focus and Infi today. Even though I didn't see the game of Focus versus Lucifer, but I guess that might have been a little one-sided as well. So Infi, the third player in the playoffs. The second most successful player of 2019. This is where we expect him to be. And now we're gonna get a match between Life and Fly or Colorful. We don't have the result there. I'm hoping a little for a bracket to come. But we're gonna see Life again, who was really strong against Fly, especially like at least in the map that we saw, with a very rewarding early build that cost a little bit of luck though. So I would say he's meeting with Colorful. I'm not too sure on this though. But then we're gonna see an interesting night of Mirror to determine the fourth player in the playoffs. The chances for it to be a Night Elf is very, very high. But could be the third Orc. So we'll be back in a bit with the next Spring Qualifier.